that going for Alyssa Jackson.
Hey guys, my name's Alyssa, and I'm a unicorn. I am a narcoleptic, clinically depressed, black female engineer. Now, I know two of those things seem blatantly obvious, but those are actually the ones that I struggle with the most. When it comes to being a lady, I've never really actually been feminine enough for my dad. I've camped more days than he has. I own more power tools than he does, and he's gotten far more manicures than I ever will. The other thing that apparently I'm not quite doing right is being black, or rather the problem is I'm not black enough. That's the latest complaint from my family. My aunts have gone so far as to tell me that I don't see black people. You know, like you guys don't see the A and T in water. But I'm from Detroit, the fourth blackest city in the United States. So what if while I was there I spent a majority of my time in predominantly white, foreign language immersion private schools, and I could count the number of black kids I knew on one hand. When I moved here, to the third blackest city in America, I didn't just move to Philly, I moved to West Philadelphia. You know, where the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was born and raised. Now, unfortunately, the playground is not where I got to spend most of my days, because I came here to go to Drexel. Does it matter that I was the only black person in the 2007 graduating class of mechanical engineers? I go through Camden. Well, sometimes, depending on which bridge I take to get to work, where I work with a bunch of white guys old enough to be my dad. Well, then there's comedy. Okay, so technically they're right. I don't see black people, but I don't see black people. But, and I guess if, as they say, your environment is a reflection of self, that would explain why I consider myself to be a middle-aged white guy. And I guess if you look at that, that would also explain why I have the troubles I do with my sexuality and relationships. You know, like every girl, I've fallen in love with my fair share of gay guys. But the fervor with which I believe that we are truly compatible is intense and is completely oblivious to the vagina between my legs. And then I'm always startled when a straight guy is into me, because he's straight, and completely oblivious again to the vagina between my legs. But on those rare sexually experimental occasions when I find myself into a straight guy, it doesn't really matter, because I don't really think I have a shot anyways. And recently I actually figured out why. And it's because when I decide to let my mind wander on that person, and in the sexy music video that plays in my head, I cast Adriana Lima, the light-eyed, dark-haired Brazilian Victoria's Secret model. Yeah, her. I cast her as the love interest and not me. So in my head, the guys I'm into, you know, the slightly insecure, slightly overweight electrical engineers, you know the type. Yeah, in my head, those guys can bag Adriana Lima. I can't freaking compete with that. Thanks, guys.